allowing teams to go to their favorite loading grounds. Perhaps Georgia's could have a long drop there as well. So very reachable as well.
Drop to George.
FaZe are going to be okay. Yeah, Vitality are going to be okay. Pretty much all the teams are going to be ground. Liquid basically gifted
Perfect.
this
They just
plane,
get a nosedive directly on GS9.
And that helps them out tremendously because nosediving, fast loading, wherever the circle ends up, they could be some of the first ones to get in there.
Yeah.
And they know this.
Yeah, that's a really big thing. It doesn't come into play for too much, but there are times where games are won by inches. You have seen moments, particularly in like the second and third circle, but even in the first circle, where two teams are going for the same compound, and it's one team arriving there a split second earlier, either causing A, the second team to have to pull off, or B, they crash into it anyway, but obviously the first team is more prepared, and so they are able to do a lot more damage in return. So I don't think it's likely that it's going to be too impactful for the state of the game. It still can be, and Liquid definitely going to be happy about it.
Yes, indeed they will. And we're seeing now Ghost loot up. They're choosing to go to StarLadder with a split to Kameshki. Profi as well taking the compound south to Kameshki as well. And, well, it's not the best loot in the world, but they should be okay at the end of it all. The only problem looting these grounds, the benefit actually to start it off with first is that not a lot of teams go here. So you're going to have a nice quiet time, which is not to say the same for a Myth and LG, who seem to be caught in a bit of a fight there in Rajak. We'll see how this one pans out. But yeah, anyway, so Kameshki and StarLadder, looting that one is okay because you're not going to have teams on you, but the circle usually never ends upon you there, so you usually have to do late rotates because you can't do early, because if you try to go early, there's already going to be people there. We'll see where the circle goes later on when it just showed up already. Okay, containing Rajak, that tells me, there you go. So it's going to be a northwest circle, more towards the central part of the north side. And, well, it's not too bad for Ghost Gaming, actually.
No, not really. They don't have too far to travel. But here's another thing, though. In circles like this, we know, and it's possible that they know as well, looking over VODs, doing studying up on a lot of these teams, that FaZe climb up around that area. So it's possible they could lie in wait and actually do a lot of heavy damage to FaZe.
Potentially, yes. LG now going for the late push towards North George. And it looks like Drainus plus Mumino are headed that way too. They got a boat. Going to be there first. And as soon as they bank it out, they're going to spot their enemies coming in from behind. Let's see if LG try to go for the south side of George Bowl. Which, oh my god, let me just point this out there. Sojo in, let's say in Katowice, right? It was the most contested part of the map. Everybody and their mother was trying to go there. It was the hot piece item of Arangel. This time around, nobody usually takes Sojo. I think I've seen 1-2 teams try to go there, and that's about it. Not even Tempo Storm, and they could rotate there easily because they're used, actually, to Sojo.
Yeah, there's been only a couple of teams. It's been shared every once in a while. We actually saw it just last match. A little bit of action happening in that area, but you're right. It's not like a lot of teams contesting over it every single round. In fact, I don't think there's any spot that's really heavily contested every round like in a row this time.
And that is cool. Because first day, we actually didn't know what to expect before the match started. We were like, okay, we're going to see a lot of hot drops. You're going to see a lot of people trying to go against each other, as Niatica and Nix are about to do just now. That's the only guy of LG. Let me just tell you this right now. This is the only guy of LG that is in Rajak. He's going to have to really pull it through a 1v4 to secure himself out of Rajak. Let's see if he can make it happen. Burst fire on his M16. So there's people coming in from all different directions. He peeks in past that door using it as cover. Now peeks in and takes a lot of damage. Less than half HP and he's gone. Niatica will put him to rest with the micro. No bad matter. He doesn't use the punch. And now he's going to take his M16 away. Sorry, buddy. See you in the next one.
Yeah, 1v2 is difficult to kind of turn in your favor anyway when you're on the lower end of, if you're on the one side, I suppose. But Myth also executed that perfectly. They got this round, they got the information, they baited him out to come outside, and they just caused a lot of panic, easy crossfire in, and that. And so very good job by Myth. LG now only down to 2. Seem to have lost 2 on their path over to North of George.
First 2 frags of the match.
Yeah. The thing is that they, from my understanding, is that they really like to drop in the center area, grab cars, and then drive over to Georgiapol. A lot of teams have become aware of that, and so they've been lying in wait for it. This time around, 9X seemed to have actually gone into a building to not just grab a vehicle, but grab weapons, and he gets caught up during that as well. God VO 4 AM with the level 3 helmet. The M24, only with a holographic, but hey, if you can shoot, you can shoot. You don't need to.
Oh, you're happy now? Yeah, is that it? Is this loot crate okay?
I didn't see exactly what it was. I'm assuming there's maybe like a med kit in there as well.
Level 3 M24 ghillie suit.
Though there's level 3 helmet too, so that makes it nice.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that makes it nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make it nice.
No,
indeed.
it could
Level
be
3
better with the scope. It could be better with the scope.
Level 3 helmet with a powerful sniper means you can overextend your peaks. Means
Yes.
you can take some battles that you normally wouldn't dare to do with level 2 and let's see, let's say a Carnegie or an M24. But yeah, that level 3 helmet is going to come up huge if they know how to use that one to their advantage. And furthermore, that ghillie suit, which is a particular item of clothing that is often ignored, when you have to clutch when you're alone in your team and you have that ghillie suit, snaking around the grass, playing for placements, trying to get to that top 5, top 10, whatever situation it is, makes it that much easier.
Yeah. Well, maybe not that much easier. I don't know exactly how easy it is to see because movement is still easily spotted. These players have really good eyes, but
like little T-Rexes.
any advantage, yeah, exactly. Any advantage in into your favor is one to take. Plus, it's nice to show off a little bit of swag.
You wear that on a night out. Swag.
Yeah.
Called ghillie suit swag.
What, you don't?
I don't know. LG now axed, and his teammate are going to
Gets
be
a
on
kill.
the sector. They actually got a kill indeed on Vanguard. And, well, they're going to be okay with that. It looks like Vanguard actually left Nojo. Probably already transitioning. I'm not too sure what happened there. But, well, we'll find out. There you go. So Vanguard left just the Nojo area. Still one player there, Momino, on the western side, eastern side of it, an octave. Is going to be on the docks. And Keen already securing a spot for his team. But Myth seems to kind of want to go that way. They're going to be avoiding that spot.
Yeah, it's a lot. This is a transition period where everyone's trying to go and find a little bit of a compound. Liquid's driving around, Myth's coming in, Vega, 2 people on a single vehicle trying to drive in as well. 4 a.m. with a nice central position, trying to take control of shooting range and a little bit of a split in the hilly, rocky area just to the east of it, as well as going into Severny. So 4 a.m. is actually spreading themselves pretty thin. It's a bit greedy of a hold, but considering how safe everyone likes to play during the first circle, it's unlikely that it's really going to lead to a lot of damage, but they still do need to be worried about it, and they need to be prepared to have quick rotations right when the second circle reveals itself.
That's the thing. As you said, it's pretty smart because first circle teams are not going to necessarily be engaging in any fights if they can avoid them. But yes, it's a dangerous, perhaps not very lucrative way to score. Things we'll find out what will happen later on to the game. In the meantime, we see Ifty trying to take some shots. That clan, wanting to see a bit more from them. Perhaps this is the game where they do it because they have a nice position. They rotated early. Maybe this is a game for them to go top 5 at least.
Perhaps.
I'm wishing. I want to see them. I want to see them up there. Another team that I want to see up there, of course, Profi's boys, Ghost Gaming, Austin, trailing from behind. Real good gentlemen. We're actually talking in the break how sociable and nice these people are.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ghost Gaming. You lads are fantastic. We love you. As we love any team.
Yeah, or any team ever.
Any EU team.
But considering Ghost's current situation with having a last-minute stand-in after coming from another tournament, it's understandable that they could be a little frustrated. But they've been as outspoken, as friendly as they always are.
Absolutely. Profi now perhaps not very outspoken with his rifle. He's not going to stop by to take any shots at Gukun. No, he's too busy securing himself a nice little piece of the puzzle. Though, this might be a fight, and it will be a fight indeed. Austin's going to be trailing behind. We're going to watch that one, seeing Niatica and Profi duke it off. Let's hope we get there soon enough. God, with that M24 hollow. Not going to be connecting those shots there. Let's see if Profi, though, gets into a fight or if he escaped. Oh, there he goes. Profi's still alive, and he takes Niatica down, and that's going to be a dead body up top there. Not going to be a res happening there. Profi will get a chance to res his fallen teammate, and Austin still has level 3 helmet, so that will make things easier going forward.
Yeah, that player from Myth was a little slow on the uptake. It was an easy 1v1, but the drop didn't happen in time. Ghost had a secondary player come up and give some backup for the trade there, and so Ghost are going to continue to stay 4 strong. They have the tunnel in their favor. And now here's the real thing, though. Because the first wave of teams have all transitioned into the circle, now here comes the second wave, and because of the amount of water that's in this northern circle, it could be a little bit of a fight.
Oh, it is indeed. God, V with the red dot M16. That's a dirty deed, knocks one of them out. He's going to be fast on the move. He looks to be moving forward. They're trying to get more than that one in. Let's see if it happens. Gukun should be able to help him out. And right now, they seem to be only interested in taking the shooting range. He's going to group up with his teammate. He knows that there's enemies still in north. They're Liquid, putting in some good shots in God V, so that will put a bit of a stop. Sorry, in Gukun. So that will put a bit of a stop into that push against Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming saved basically by Liquid at this point.
Yeah, it's actually a crossfire, a cross shooting range between Liquid. They do in their standard early game 2-2 split. Yeah, and they're just shooting right over it. So from north and southern angles, Liquid have vision over and really stopping 4AM's push onto Ghost. just trying to deal as much damage as, of course, they can. They are completely undiscriminatory when it comes to who they take shots at. Now Profi is actually taking some in return. These guys are saving you.
Well, not these two.
No, maybe not these two necessarily.
Do you see how intelligent Liquid play their 2+2s?
Yes.
Even if they're far spread on the map, they still have perfect visibility from one another. That is... I like that, man.
And that's what makes
I love this new Liquid.
And that's what makes a split incredibly successful is even if you're far away, you like to have the two people together just in case of a res, but you also want to make sure that you can help each other out.
Yes, indeed, that is the case. Gukun now, second crate drop for 4 AM. Let's see what they're going to be putting their hands on here. All right, park it. He's taking
his time. He's making sure. Oh, this is a pretty not great one.
Listen, he might pick it up.
He might pick it up. I'd love to pick it up.
No, never mind.
No, he's got the backpack, and he's out.
It's a backpack. Literally, that was a crate drop. A backpack and some 5.56 as well.
Ooh, Hexene
dies at the hands of Smack. Break knocking him out. NPR Break and Smack playing together. I wonder where the fourth is, though. It seems to be close by, driving to pick them up. So TSM coming in with the first frag there. FaZe, this is their normal rotation through this area here. This time around, though, they perhaps did not expect TSM to be so late because TSM, with their new way of playing, they're on a bit of early rotation. You know, considering the circle didn't happen, it's understandable why they didn't do that. A rotation, the DP against Sentinel. Will that car explode? Nope. Zampa has to reload. That's going to be into that. And I do believe that Sentinel should be safe for it now. But with his UAZ dinked down, we cannot say if he's going to be safe for too long because they might be heading into GOL.
Yeah, he's taking some, GOL, a little bit of flip around. This could help it out. Misses that first shot. Tries to do a follow-up with the DP. That is a smoking UAZ. Can he land just a couple more shots on it? The building is going to give enough cover for GOL, perhaps, to make their full way away unless they come across another team. In the meantime, October from GOL taking his own shots at rotating teams coming through the mountain pass.
Now FaZe, you can see them trying to rotate towards Severny, but as they do that, they might face an enemy team. And to stay coming up close to them as well, a lot of teams trying to get themselves in a good position here. Not an easy task if you are not Liquid or Vega. Actually, Liquid don't have it easy as well because they're heading towards Vega.
Yeah, this is a big giant wave of teams all coming in from the eastern side.
And Enol did get his car blown up.
That's unfortunate. He's not too far from the edge of the circle, so we can get inside. The circle doesn't do too much damage this one. But yeah, the thing is that there's not that much cover there, and GL is holding trained right on his position. He's going to have to wait for backup from 54th just up the mountain from him to try and help him out, or perhaps hope that GOL get on the move, but they're not too far from the next circle, so they're not in too much of a hurry themselves if they are okay with just playing edge.
And I wonder if 54th has a vehicle of his own to pick up any null here. And even if they don't, the circle is technically close to them. Oh, perfect timing there. TK takes Maxazor out of a vehicle. Vega not having an easy task wherever they go. Here goes TSM as well, driving behind Entus Ace. It was good actually to see TSM actually dink down FaZe. And not because of FaZe, of course. Those boys, again, are lovely lads. But just to give a bit of confidence. I feel like TSM need a bit of confidence right now.
And I always like it when things upset the standings because it makes things interesting. It would be
I always like it when I see TSM smile.
Yeah, that too. That too, of course. Entis here trying to make their own rotations in. They have been able to find a little pocket for themselves that is uncontested right now. Liquid also finding one. Ifty not too far from them. Ghost also in a nice little compound. FaZe Fuzzface, though, by himself. I think he's actually in the water. Got forced there by perhaps Ifty or Vampire Game from Vega. He's separated from Jempty, and I think it may just be the two of them remaining from that team.
It looks like it.
Yeah, so FaZe, a little bit of a back foot right now. It's still early game. They still could turn this around, climb higher in the standings if they stay safe.
Yeah, man, this is dangerous for them because they have less than 100 points in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh, in the meantime, some shots connect onto Chris the Skeen. Really good with that AK there. Can he finish off what he started? Doesn't look like it enough. They will try to dink down with the DP further down, but it won't work out. Christus, though, does blow up at the hands of A-Scale. Deductive now taking some shots. Going to have to hide behind that ridge. This is a very powerful place to play, mind you. This ridge right here really gives you good visibility around and also gives you some good cover. You can play this one quite good.
Yeah, it's definitely good in the early game especially. Late game, it can be a little tricky to play depending on its exact position in the circle. But at this time in the game, it is definitely very useful, taking a lot of shots at a lot of people around them.
Those aiming caps seem to have found their home. And to say haven't. Some people trying to rotate there. Enough really burning through those 7.62s. I'm not too sure they have that many. It doesn't seem to reload it. Is that the end of the ammo that he had? Perhaps.
I don't think so. He would, if that's the case, he wouldn't have used all of it in that situation.
Well, perhaps, you know, sometimes you get a bit excited.
Oh!
Hey! Bit of
Okay.
a bro fist. What do you call that? A chest bump.
Oh, chest bump, yeah.
That was a chest bump coming from Vitality. A bit of a, you know, like, let's go, lads. Allons-y.
High
That's what
five.
they said. High five, indeed. And they're going to have themselves a compound at the edge of the white. It's not too bad, considering that they know how to play their territory. But it's kind of bad that there's a lot of teams where they're going to have to go.
Well, the thing is that this was a difficult rotation for Vitality. We know Vitality, if you're considering the teams from the European region, in my opinion, have probably the weakest rotations, and especially because they had to go to this circle all the way from Milta. It was especially dire for them. Able to make it in with all 4 alive is a good start for them.
Yes, it is indeed. 4 AM putting themselves up in a very, very good place as well. Cloud9 following suit with a late push. Funnily enough, Cloud9 are later to the party than Tempo Storm.
Yeah. A little bit of a little switch on that.
There you go.
It's possible that Tempo got enough loot earlier on in the game. And if you have all the loot that you have, there's no reason to delay it. The only reason you'd want to delay is just to get full loot. But if you're
look
full
at that,
enough.
though. Cloud9 are kind of heading towards Entastace, but Entastace fired off a bit soon. Cloud9 are forced to stop now.
Entis is ready to be on the rotation in their vehicles, and the circle goes bang in the center.
And bang in the water is a Mark 14 and an adrenaline syringe. This is what I call a bad grade. But here's the thing. Here's a bit of tidbit, bit of a trivia. I was talking to Larson, the IGL of Team Kinguin, and he was telling me people try to play the Mark 14 a bit wrong. If you put a red dot on that, and you use it as a compound breach or compound defense, it's an absolute monster. So, you know what I mean? Stop trying to play it as
like an AR.
Yeah, yeah. Don't play it as a long range. Don't play it as a DMR. Try to play it as a close range encounter weapon, and it becomes really lethal. 7.62 at that DPS. Sorry, at that rate of fire, because insanely the DPS is insanely powerful.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Definitely don't disagree with that one. Liquid here trying to take control of their spot in the circle. They're still inside, not quite in the center, but central enough. Trying to keep a lot of teams coming in from the west side in. Took a couple of shots at Tempo. Tempo find a ridge to hide behind, perhaps to go on the aggressive. It gets a Zampa and Valier, both with cars. Perhaps trying to sneak over onto Scoom. Nades fly out from the Liquid end onto them. Don't exactly go far enough to hit their mark. Scoom now with his famed M16.
Yeah, he will leave the top side there. He actually gives up that place. Oh, the getter! Shadow putting in that Kobe onto Jempty. He's going to be out of the game. There's no chance for Orez. The only teammate that he has is going to have to play solo, and he's far away from him. I think he was in the water earlier on. I think Fuzzface was the last one standing. We'll see how that one pans out later on. In the meantime, though, Liquid avoiding this battle with the Tempo Storm. Well, it's a battle that they kind of need to avoid. Placement right now would be tremendous. They only have to do top 5 to try and set themselves apart, because I cannot see for the life of me Fuzzface sneaking his way. He's alone. He's early on into the game. 16 teams still left alive. If that guy makes it top 10, then he's a freaking magician.
Yeah, well, we did see a solo player take last game, so anything is possible. Anything is possible. Liquid here do seem to be okay with giving up the tower that Scoom was in previously. They want to just rather play the hill in the meantime. They don't want to overextend themselves onto one end and potentially breach from the other. So they're just going to stay a little more grouped up in this instance. Tempo, though, not pushing, not going on the aggressive themselves.
And just to show you there, that Tempo Storm had nobody to their north, so they could potentially rotate from that. That was a smart thing from the observers. The Vanguard now being shown as well as Fuzzface. There he is.
C9.
He's going to have to avoid this battle.
Yeah, he wanted to come in from that angle, but C9 just came in the vehicles to cut him right off. Very disappointing, and honestly, I don't know what I'd do in his position.
He's a monumental player.
Absolutely.
He's an incredible player, but he's alone.
Yeah.
That's on 16 teams left alive.
Oh, but C9 moving. That's good for him. C9 trying to go dead center, actually going directly into Liquid, looking on the minimap. Hiding behind a rock, have a little bit of cover from the UAZ as well, but they may be unaware that they kind of caught themselves between Liquid and Tempo. I don't know exactly what the vision is from both of those teams onto Cloud9. But it could be quite dire for them if they overextend themselves.
So far, it seems okay.
It does seem okay for now, yeah.
They will scout out the compound that is posing the highest threat to them. That compound not being taken. There was a player from Vega, but I think that player is not necessarily interested. He's also alone in the position that he's in. Of course, he's got 2 teammates. I think 54th and 80 still left alive. Now, Froliger taking long-range shots. That is squad far away from them. That Ifty, I do believe. Yeah, it is Ifty. It appears on the screen, but those shots very, very difficult to connect. Even if you do have a 5.56 platform, even if the bullets are indeed faster at that range and on a moving vehicle, don't know, man.
Yeah, they're hard shots to hit, but you know, unless you have very, very, very little ammo, there's no reason not to take them.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. And they should have plenty of it. They seem to have very decent loot. They're related to the circle as well. Not bad. Is that not bad? Listen, it's pretty much, let's say 40% of teams are inside, but what we're going to be seeing is going to be fights. We already see Atletico taking shots at TSM, and TSM now firing back at them, but they're not going to be too interested to stay into that fight. Instead, they much rather rotate. Will they, though? Will they? Yes, they seem to be on the move. No, they do stop.
Oh, Fuzzface is so seen by Zampa with the long-range headshot. One shot, one kill is all he needed. Zampa has been performing amazingly. He's been consistently in the top 5 kills, no matter where his team is in the standings.
This guy's got the steadiest hand of all. Zampa ain't no grandpa.
Absolutely not. And that's FaZe out in last place, but now it's Ifty on a breach on the C9 to get the first down on the Frex. A+ up close is down low himself, but he has backup right on the way.
Ifty with a lot of open ground. They're going to try to make their move, nonetheless save their fallen teammate. They know there's a knock, so this is their time to push. And they make it happen. A+ will take a lot of damage. Falling down at the hands of Frolic. Their solid FPS also coming in with a good frag. Or rather, Frolic came in with a different frag with solid now. Turns A+ to nothing. And there's the last one staying alive. Is he going to be pushing in? TK, you can't push. Run away, lad. Try and escape. Run for your life because Moody's coming in against you. And he will take you down.
That's Ifty down. They had a good start. They had that initial frag, but C9 with the turnaround hit all the shots at the engagement. But here comes Tempo for the second fight. Moody, though, with the first kill onto Zampa. Spots out Maluk, can't land any more shots. The res is going to come on in, but Frex also needs to worry about his own HP. Nade's not exactly going to hit, I don't think.
Well, they could. This nade might be dangerous there. Valiant is going to be stopping. So that nade did connect. He did stop the resing process there. There goes a nade from Maluk to return to fire. NPR in the meantime takes us down with the car. We're going to be watching that one in the meantime. Let's focus on this because Maluk is coming in on the side flank here. Cloud9 are in a bad pincher. Your boy Dre is about to mow them down with that AK, but he cannot find the knock. And this is very important. They know now where he is, and he is pushed. It became that much more difficult now. A sliver of life left. And he's almost taken down. Solid is not going to be fighting in there. He has to go aggressive. Zampa comes in with the Kobe. Moody has been knocked again. This is not easy. There's just one guy left alive for Cloud9. And will he be alive for too long? There's Solid behind a rock. And Zampa already moving in with Maluk. I think Maluk might get this one indeed. And yes, he does. That's going to be the end of Cloud9 eliminated early in this match. And that's an unfortunate thing for a very talented team.
Oh yeah, and Tempo, they do keep all 4 alive in this instance, and they have control of this entire area of the map. In the meantime, a fight between Vitality and Ghost have broken out. Some trades back and forth, 2 down for Vitality, but Shadow and Shiv are able to turn it all around, get the reses as well. They're inside the circle. They have control of the northeastern end.
That is not a bad place to be, but for now it's not. Doesn't seem to have any kind of enemies close by, so they're going to be okay where they are. Gonna get the reses fast. They don't have helmets on, well, a helmet on Monkey. They could pick up stuff perhaps from their fallen enemy close by. Perhaps there's a helmet in there. In the meantime, you see Liquid taking shots at 4 AM. Actually, James is going to be coming in. Man, this guy, James, mechanically gifted.
Monster.
Oof, absolutely, man.
So far, been like the MVP of the tournament, I got to say. So far, that could change by the end.
How many frags did you get one match?
I think he got.
I think the top 11.
He's got the record for most solo frags in one match, and I think it's definitely in the double digits. Don't know exactly how far it's gone, but that's going to be LG illuminated by 4 AM. 4 AM making the dive bomb past Liquid, able to make it pass. It did take a little bit of damage from them, but
yeah, that's an unfortunate thing. LG again, one of the top teams in the world right now. So it's a shame to see them getting down like this. What do you need when you're not performing at a tournament? You need a pillar. You need someone to bring your spirits back up because right now those guys are in a bit of a bad moment.
Vanguard right now, eyes spotting onto Liquid, don't want to take too many shots. Inactive specifically wasn't able to see too much because of the tree coverage. But in the meantime, they at least know where Liquid are, and they know that Liquid are not in the circle. They can have control of that. They can gatekeep the end, but it looks like they want to just take dead center of the circle. They want to allow everyone else to fight it all out. There's still 35 alive. They don't know specifically how many teams are aware, but there are 10. We can see that. And so they just want to let everyone else fight it out, and they can pick up all the final pickings, vulture the rest of the game.
Yeah, we'll see with Tempo Storm moving up close to Liquid. This might be a fight that will, it's brewing. It's in the making. Zampa leading the squad there. James is going to be pushing forward Liquid. And it looks like all teams have grouped up, but there's a side peek coming in from James. Is he going to be getting anything? Zampa in the meantime gets one of them. Zampa in the meantime gets it, beats it down as well as Boy Dre putting James down. Liquid in a bad way now. 2 guys left alive. Scoom and Samty, can they pull this one off? It's time for them to leave. Zampa will get the res on his fallen teammate, and that's going to be huge. That's going to be instrumental. He's the only guy that fell down. And this will make things much, much harder for Liquid, especially considering that the circle is strangling on him as well. Oh, Samty has to be the hero of the day here.
Yeah, they gotta wait for Tempo to move though, and that's the thing. And if Tempo play it slow, that's gonna hurt Liquid more than it hurts Tempo, just because considering the man advantage. There's Scoom already out in the blue, taking damage.
Oh, look at that damage though.
Yeah, it's not being too nice. It's only gonna get worse when the entire thing closes. Samson now trying to run from it down the hill, but Valiate spots him and takes him down. It's now just Scoom outside of the play zone. Health chunking lower and lower as we speak. In Tempo, they're just leaving behind. They're okay. They know how to get in the circle themselves.
Oh, but can they though?
Yeah, Vitality are right there on the edge, trying to stop them. Can Scoom pop the first hit? It is going to be successful, but he is out of them. Only has bandages left. Can he pick any up off his fallen teammate? That is going to be the case. He is able to find 2 of them.
Oh, Maluk dies in the meantime at the hands of 4 AM. So it's not Vitality that actually took them down. So Maluk dead. That's going to be a potential 9th place that Scoom can put himself in. If he can heal fast enough, we'll find out soon enough. Tempo in the meantime will go for the side rotate or side transition as Vitality are peppering them down with shots right now. But they're getting peppered themselves. Not an easy task for absolutely. Scoom, look at him on the bike, on the side there, trying to make his way in. He might just do that.
We thought he was a goner. We thought he was dead to rights, but he's able to make it. Oh, no! Gukun with the final shots. But Vitality, in the meantime, are continuing to spray down Tempo, take out Zampa. And now GRL fall in the meantime as well. Playzone takes out Enanol from Vega, and that's them eliminated.
Yep.
Down just to 7 teams.
Wow.
Only 21 alive. Tempo, though, able to get into the circle, able to avoid Vitality. They do take casualties. It is just for them. Oh, no, but there comes 4AM peeking over the ridge.
I thought that would for sure be a Valiant with a sliver of life left. He's going to be using that tree to hide. The Luca doesn't care too much for it. Putting in the shot still, 4 AM, and Beasley here, and there goes that knockout from God V. One guy left alive for Tempo Storm, and I don't think he's going to be alive for too long. They're shouting out, taking shots at 4 AM, and looks like a Lucas spotted him. He has some bullets with their name on it, but wow, what shots come in from Araxi to put him down like that? Aluka will die. Araxi, what a beastly man.
Vitality keeping themselves 4 strong. They had to get to the circle. The circle is all Avangard at this point. And Mikey goes forward, but a little too forward. Keen is going to take him out with an AK spray. Araxi tries to go for the answer back, but 4 AM also on the northwest side. They have to worry about both Vitality to their west, as well as getting themselves inside the circle, inside to safety. The blue hasn't started closing just yet. It's only 20 more seconds. Shadow, long-range shot, a little ambitious.
If anything, yeah. Half an hour outside. Now have to be forced on a heal. As soon as he goes in, he might have some enemy spotting him. Myth seems to be looking that way. Heffa will pop a first aid kit and try to make a run for it. He has to do that now because the circle's strangling into 4 seconds. Oh, the circle's going to start moving. That's Heffa down. That is him out.
Yeah, missed time on that one, unfortunately. Waited out in the blue a little too long. Tried to play it too safe. It's very difficult timing to try and manage out of how long will people stop looking at the blue.
Yes.
Played it a little too long. It's very difficult to play. But, Entis gets called out. It's going to be CPT that gets the spray, gets the full kill on him.
And that's 2 guys left alive for Entis Ace right now. Oh, Vanguard in the meantime, Mumino with a good shot against Fit. He will try to get replicate his first kill, but it's not going to be happening there. SQ is going to be behind cover there. Vanguard are in the circle. They have that race that they've been playing since the start of the first circle, actually. So they're going to be quite happy with where they are right now. North side circles favor them hardly. These guys know how to play those north side circles. This is like their home ground, home turf. But it's not the same for Temeria. Getting himself dinked down and knocked out by Captain. Some people now the last one staying alive for Entasace.
CPT is on the hunt there. Doesn't exactly know where some people is hanging out in. Behind some smoke. Should give him a clue. General area where he is. Peeks aside just in case he attempted to run to the rock. But he is just chilling behind the tree. Not peek just yet. Temeria perhaps going out for an information play. No res is going to come through, so might as well find something useful for your remaining teammate.
And that's it. 5 teams left alive. And this here circle, Vitality pushing in against 4 AM. This is going to be a fight here. 4 AM are busy, very, very busy now with the...
Bumino is the one on that angle.
And Captain doesn't know this. And there goes Vitality, just on the other side. They've spotted each other. They're playing it coy. This is the dance of death. They surely know of the opposite team. Shadow going to try to smoke them, perhaps. Well, thinks again about that one. Goes in for the nade. Instead, counter nade comes in. Shiv just lightly dinked down. Shadow on the retreat. It looks like these boys are going to need some rear view mirrors because they need to see the battlefront somehow. They're going to give up on this fight, and that's for good reason. they can find their way into a different rotation. But actually, no, they have to chase the blue.
Yeah, now that the circle showed itself, not only are 4 a.m. on the southern push, Vitality, they seem to want to go down there anyway, playing a little bit of footsie, waiting perhaps for some information to come their way before they make their full decision whether they want to wait it out and go straight to the circle at the end, or perhaps chase 4 a.m. down. But in the meantime, Myth are now crossing up directly into Avangard, but are they aware of it? Anuctive, he's got to be hearing something behind him at this point. He does have his eyes turned around. They obviously know that this ridge is a potential flank position. And is a peek over from Myth going to net them? And he drops. They are going to do it as Kralisha is going to drop Anuctive.
Skalucia is going to be trying to get the kill. He's going to be getting that one indeed. Oh, between the legs of his teammate there, Keen and Momino. Keen taking down Momino now, proning behind a tree. Dangerous times ahead for Avangard, and that nade might connect beautifully. Let's see if it does indeed. 2x on that M4. Try to make a run for it, but it's zinked down to heavy. And the second nade to follow suit puts him to sleep. That's Avangard gone. 3 teams left in it. That's an open circle, man. Look at the openness of this circle. You got some divots to work with here, sure, for Myth. But if you're Vitality, you're going to have a hard time coming in, especially considering that there's one guy super close to you.
Look how close Minoru is to Vitality as well. Spot's called out, and a nice nade is going to drop Shadow. He knows where Araxia is as well, and he's spot out Shiv. Araxia without the corner, and Minoru gets the flick onto him.
This is absolutely insane, and he continues. He doesn't have more nades. He realizes that quickly, so he's going to go for the reload in there and try to finish off his enemy to his west. And as he peeks in, Shiv knows exactly where Minoru lies. He's going to take it easy, but he's going to have to make a move as well. He's outside the circle. Hard times right now for Vitality. But there's another team coming from the other side, 4am, just waiting for this battle to be over so that they can step in and take Myth down. Shiv will try to get himself some frags. Actually, he's going to be Gukun coming in with Yagursin early on, and that might leave Shiv in a better position to try and move in.
Trying to take some shots, but he is gonna get... Oh no,
Gukun. He cannot die like that. Oh, he barely makes it into safety outside the blue. Shiv will take him out, though. This is interesting for Shiv right now because Myth and 4am might be in a battle. They are indeed. And look at him. Shiv is now caught in a 1v2 situation. Can he make it happen? Can he clutch it for his team? No, he cannot. Svit puts him to rest. And there it goes with the lads in Myth getting the GG and the chicken dinner. And what a beautiful effort out of him.
Yeah, taking this entire thing with 11 kills. Coming in late, actually, from the east side. Most of the action that we were watching was from the north, based off of the rotations that had come in from the previous circles where that's led everyone. But they come in and get that nice pounce on Avangard. It's kind of an uncommon loss.